Hello everyone and welcome to another Maths tutorial video. Now I'll be discussing Form 5 Additional Mathematics, Chapter 10 Linear Programming, Long Question Example 2. Okay, before that, please like this video to show your support and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future. Let me read the question now. In a month, Beauty Boutique buys X pieces of blouses and Y pieces of skirts based on the following constraint. Okay guys, whenever you meet this type of statements, okay, I want you to underline this because this information is going to be very useful for us. So from here onwards, we're just going to represent X as the blouses and Y as the skirts. Okay, please underline this. Okay, so from here, let us continue to read the question. The total number of blouses and skirts bought should not be more than 10. The ratio of the number of skirts bought to the number of blouses bought should not be more than 2:1. The cost prices of a piece of blouse and a piece of skirt are 60 ringgit and 40 ringgit respectively. The capital allocated for the purchase is 480 ringgit. So these are the respective three constraints. Okay, let me read the remaining question. Write three inequalities apart from x more than equals to 0 and y more than equals to 0 which satisfy the above constraint. Using a scale of 2 cm/1 unit on both axes, draw the graphs of the three inequalities. Hence, construct and shade the feasible region R that satisfy the above conditions. The profit made from the sale of a piece of blouse and a piece of skirt are 12 ringgit and 9 ringgit respectively. Based on your graph, answer the following question. Okay, let me pull the paper up. Find the maximum profit obtained after all the blouses and skirts bought are sold. If the boutique buys and sells 4 pieces of skirts, find the minimum and maximum profits obtained. Okay, so these are the question, guys. Okay, I know the question is tedious. It took me about 2 minutes and 30 seconds to read this question. Okay. So, I hope that you will attempt this question in the future. If you could manage to solve this question, well done guys. But if you can't solve this question, no worries. I'm going to show you the step-by-step working and the solutions now. Okay, without further delay, let us start to show the solutions. Okay, I'm going to turn to the next page to show the solution, so please hold on for a moment. Okay, let us begin to discuss the solution. Okay, for the step 1, when we are dealing with linear programming, what we need to do is, we need to identify the constraint and write them in mathematical form. So in the question, we have 3 constraints. So we need to list down all the 3 constraints in the mathematical form, guys. Okay, let us start. So the first constraint we can write as x plus y less than equals to 10. So this will be your answer. So this is for the constraint 1. Since they ask the number of blouse and the number of skirts should not be more than 10. So you move to the second constraint. So your second constraint is a bit different, guys. They express in terms of ratio. So y is to x less than equals to 2:1. So this ratio you can convert into the fraction form, guys. So how you can do is y over x less than equals to 2/1. So what you do in this case, you cross multiply this. From here you get y is less than equals to 2x. So this will be your second constraint value, guys. Okay, moving on to the third constraint. So third constraint we can express as 60x plus 40y less than equals to 480. Okay. So from here we can simplify this equation. So how to simplify this equation? So we divide the whole equation by 20. Okay, we divide the whole equation by 20. So from here we get 3x plus 2y less than equals to 24. So this is your third constraint, guys. Okay, so we already got the constraint 1, constraint 2 and the constraint 3 in the mathematical form. So once you've already identified this, so what we can do for the step 2 is, so the step 2, we can proceed to draw the graph and then shade the required region. Okay, in this case, the region is mentioned is region R. Okay, I'm going to show you the graph paper now, so please hold on for a moment. Okay, so this is the graph which I've already completed for you, the linear programming of Beauty Boutique. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the first equation, x plus y equals to 10. So you choose the relative respective 2 points. So in this case, I use the intercept over here. So I choose the 10 point and then I choose a 10 over here and then I plot a straight line graph. So that's how I got the x plus y equals to 10. Okay, and the second one, y is equals to 2x. So you plot this graph as well, y is equals to 2x, and then at the last, okay, it's over here, 3x plus 2y equals to 24. So you choose any 2 points and then you plot this graph as well. Okay, so once you've already plotted the graph, so what you need to do is you need to identify which region you need to shade. Okay, so what you do in this case, you start with the first constraint. So what is the first constraint? X plus y should be less than equals to 10. Okay, where is your x plus y less than equals to 10? So this is your x plus y equals to 10 line. So that means if less means you should be around this region. Okay, this is your straight line. X plus y equals 10 should be less than, so it must be over here. So what you do, you make a mark on the possible region over here, guys. Okay, you make a mark here, make a mark here, okay, and then you make a mark here. Okay, so let us continue. For the second constraint, y should be less than equals to 2x. So for this case, what you do, since it's less than equals to 2x, so you mark the inequality at the below over here, guys. So you mark all the possible regions. So you mark here, okay, and you mark here, and you mark here. Okay, so this is for the second inequality. Proceed to the last inequality, 3x plus 2y less than equals to 24. Since it's less than equals to 24, so it should be this line, guys. Okay, if you can't see the graph clearly, I'm going to use the, okay, this is the line which represents 3x plus 2y equals to 24. So in this case, since they tell less than equals to 24, it should be over here. So what you do, you mark all the possible region, guys. Over here, and then over here. Okay, make sure you mark all the possible region, guys. Okay, all the possible region. Okay, so I think you have already done. Okay, let us take the ruler. So from here, what you do, once you've already do all this, so you calculate which enclosed region has the highest shaded region. Okay, so in this case, you can see that these 3 points has the highest shaded region, guys. So what you can do, you can proceed to shade this particular region, this huge polygon over here. So you can proceed. Okay, by the way, I forget the x plus y equals 10. You should be marked as here as well. Okay, every enclosed region you need to mark, guys. So this is the big polygon we need to shade off, and you mark here R. So don't forget this, guys. Okay, as for this, 12x plus 9y equals to 54 and the maximum 0.46, I'm going to discuss in the next question. So please hold on. Okay, that is all for the discussion for the question part B. So I hope you understand the concept clearly. So first of all, you draw the graph, guys, and then once you already draw the graph, then only you focus on finding the respective inequalities. So what you can do is you make the mark and then you calculate which one has the highest mark, and then you shade the particular region. Okay, let me proceed to the question part C now. Okay, let us proceed to the question part C. So given that the profit P is equals to 12x plus 9y, so this is your profit equation. So from here, like I've mentioned in the previous example, so what we need to do, we need to come up with the imaginary line. So how to come up with the imaginary line? So one of the method we can use is, we can use the LCM method, which is the lowest common multiple. So what you can do is 12, you can times with 9. So 12 times 9, what you get is your P is equals to 108. Okay, you try to substitute your P equals to 108. But then you need to come up with the 2 points, guys. So then only you can make a straight line. So when x equals to 0, 12y equals to 108, and then you get your y is equals to 9. Okay, let us continue. And then when your y is equals to 0, your 9x is equals to 108, and you get your x-intercept is equals to 12. So this is your y-intercept value and this is your x-intercept value. But then if you notice in the graph paper, x equals to 12 is not in the graph. So the graph is literally exceed. The maximum we can obtain is 10. So what you need to do in this case, so we need to try the other values. The other value we can try is, we're going to try P equals to 54, which is half of this 108. So we're going to try P equals to 54 instead. Okay, let us continue. Actually, this P value, you can try any value, guys. But then you must make sure that when you proceed to do the to pull the hidden line, make sure that it's feasible in the straight line graph. Okay, let us continue. So when x equals to 0, 9y is equals to 54. So from here you get your y is equal to 6. So this is for the y-intercept. And then when y equals to 0, 12x equals to 54. So from here you get your x is equals to 4.5. So you have already have the two respective coordinates. This is your x-intercept and this is your y-intercept for the imaginary line equation, guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to use this imaginary line to find our maximum profit. So that is the ultimate motive of this question part C. Okay, let me show you the graph paper now. Okay, so this is your straight line equation, which is in the dotted line form. 12x plus 9y equals to 54. So this is your y-intercept, which is 6. And this is your x-intercept, which is 4.5. So you make a dotted line over here. Okay, so what you need to do, so you need to come up with a parallel line. So parallel line, what you do, you use this ruler, and then you need to pull to the furthest within this respective shaded region, guys. So you need to pull to the furthest. Okay, once you've already pulled to the furthest, so what you do within here, you come up with a parallel line. Okay, and then once you plotted this line, as you can see here, this is your maximum point intersects, guys, where your maximum point is 4 and 6. So this is your maximum point, but then this is not your final answer, guys. So you need to substitute this value into the profit equation. Okay, let me show you the working now. So from the graph, the maximum point you've already obtained is 4, 6. So what we need to do for the next step is, we need to find the maximum profit. So to find your maximum profit, what you do, 12, you times with 4, and then plus with 9 times with 6. So you calculate this, you should get your total maximum profit is 102 ringgit. So this will be your final answer, guys, for the question C part 1. Okay, let me proceed to the question C part 2 now. Okay, for the question C part 2, the step 1, what we need to do is minimum and maximum coordinates when sell 4 pieces of skirts. Okay, so from the graph paper, what we need to do is we need to check the minimum and maximum coordinates when sell 4 pieces of skirts. Okay, in this case, your skirts represent the y-axis, so we need to find the respective y-axis over here, guys. Okay, so can you see y equals to 4 over here? Okay, this is your y equals to 4 value, guys. So what you do, you take your ruler and then you plot, you make a dotted line. Okay, it intersects the first point and then it intersects the second point over here. Okay, for the first point, when it intersects, when you pull it down, you get 2 over here. But then when you notice at the second point, when you intersect, you won't get exactly 5, guys. You will get around 5.35. Okay, in reality, you won't have 5.35 blouses, guys, in the market. So what you do, you need to find the nearest value. So the nearest possible value which you can get is 5. So what you do, you don't choose the 5.35 value, guys. You choose the 5 over here. So this is the possible value we can get for the blouse. Okay, guys. Okay. So when your y equals to 4, so the possible value you can get is 2 and 5. Okay, so I hope you get this clear, guys. Let me proceed to the discussion of question C part 2. So from the graph paper, so your minimum is 2 and 4 and your maximum is 5 and 4. So the step 2, what we need to do is we need to find the maximum and the minimum profit. So for minimum profit, 12 you times with 2 and then 9 you times with 4. So you calculate this, 24 you plus with 36, you should get 60 ringgit as your minimum profit. Okay, for the maximum profit, 12 you times with 5 and then plus with 9 times with 4. So you calculate this, you should get your maximum profit is 96 ringgit. Okay, I hope I've made you clear about this working to you. Okay, let me put back the question paper for your reference, so please hold on for a moment. Alright, that is all for the step-by-step working and solution for this question. I hope you understand the full working and step-by-step working that I've shown to you. Okay, before that, please tell me your feedback, guys. How do you find out this question? Is this question easy or difficult? And most important thing, could you manage to solve this question? If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future. Thank you everyone for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.